Hello, and welcome back to the TNA podcast. We still don't really have a name. The working name we had was the TNA Antichrist podcast, but for political and religion reasons, I don't think we could go with that. Um,
Yeah.
because the Antichrist, if you don't know, that's how Jeff pronounces it. He doesn't call it the Anti, he calls it the Antichrist. That is Jeff Hardy's heel persona's name, if you don't know. And Jeff Hardy does turn heel later in 2010. But this is the 14th of the 1st, and in classic TNA fashion, it's the go home show for the pay per view. And before we read the card, right? I know you're looking at the card right now because you also have the results up in case I forget anything. Would you say this is a good go home show in your eyes? If you were right, so let's say this is 2010. You're 9 years old, right? You're flipping through stations. You come on Challenge, and this is on it. Would you say this is a good go home show to look at to get you hyped for Genesis 2010?
Not really. um, there's just a lot of matches that feel a bit inconsequential
Right.
because, like, I mean, first the card's a little bit unknown, right? So we don't really know. Um, we obviously get it can't be a Vince Russo show without a DQ finish,
Classic.
which has implications for Genesis, by the way. That has implications for the show. We do get an impromptu TNA World Title match, which is exciting until you know who AJ is facing. We get what you would expect in a really barn burner of Desmond or Samoa Joe that goes 3 minutes. Like that's just the whole show, really. It's just will it get? It doesn't. Nothing gets going because it doesn't have the time. Because we need the time to fucking talk about the band. And we need the time to have Hulk Hogan flap his fucking bingo wings at everyone. That's just what the show is. That's what the show is. Hulk Hogan's here. You better love him. And if you don't love him, fuck off. That's pretty much it, really. Welcome to TNA 2010.
Yeah, right. Because at this time I would be 5. I would be about turning 6 in about 10 months' time. But
Jesus.
well,
I say I'd only be 10, but.
well, no. At this time you'd be 9 because remember this is just the start, right?
Oh, yeah, true.
So yeah, I like to help Ash a little bit, try and be smart, but I'm never smarter than him. But yeah, but as I was saying, if I'm looking at this, I have more questions than answers. Is my problem because in classic TNA fashion, right? I don't know how to book a wrestling show. I'm not a writer for WWE, even though I know they're looking for AI writers now. But like I'm not a writer.
I mean, to
But
be fair, when we did fancy book our SVR 2011 Universal mode with a bunch of old wrestlers, we were going to book a Carlito versus Carlito's Apple custody of Carlito match. So I think we know what we're talking about.
yeah, I'm still hoping we can do that at some stage if that mod ever comes out.
It would have been so mental. It would have been so good.
We had Maven becoming world champion at the end. It's my favorite.
It was garbage, but it was fun.
It was fun. I will happily read the script out at some point. I fucking loved it. But to me, if you're building a go home show to a pay per view, you want people to have a reason to invest and buy. Like again, not to compare it to AEW, but AEW's match that they mostly hyped to get you to buy the show was Darby Allin versus John Moxley at Wrestle Dream, and they were like, they are going to beat the piss, and it's going to be gory, but obviously not like a Saw gory. But you know what I mean.
I also love that this is gonna take this podcast. We have no idea when. We probably have no idea when this podcast comes out.
Yeah,
so
yeah, but just
see
as
you in 7 months when this actually gets released.
you mean 2 years, brother.
The 1 more match special.
Yeah, but like even then they promoted. They know how to promote because the go home show you're supposed to promote your show and get people to invest. Like who? This is just gonna be a burial of Scott Hall. But who the fuck is tuning in to see Beer Money versus Scott Hall and Kevin Nash?
No, that's people would pay to see Scott Hall and Kevin Nash in 2010.
Okay, the Nasty
People
Boys.
would. I do think they would. The Nasty Boys, no, of course not. Nobody's paying to see Val Venus versus Christopher Daniels. That I will fully reiterate. That one I'm perfectly happy to suggest. But at least seeing the outsiders, for some it will be one last time. I highly doubt they wrestle that much in this TNA run. So that is a little bit of a draw. As
Uh,
much as Kevin Nash has ever been a draw ever in his life.
He's always been a
And the
trouble.
only thing he can draw is graphs on fucking whiteboards, you know what I mean?
Oh, Bob Nash. Can't hate him.
Love
But
him.
but anyway, starting off. Is this January 4th? No, you gave me the wrong one, Ash. How could you?
I'm sure there's another version.
Yeah, let me see. Can I find it? I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I guess I can very quickly just search it up. Um, TNA Impact.
High octane action from one more match.
Yeah, high octane action.
See, I don't even know what opens the show, to be honest.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
can't
I'll
even
just
lie.
I won't go to that article. I'll remember. I
Oh no,
remember.
no, the first. It is its first match. It is the first match.
Generation Me, which if you don't know, is the Young Bucks in 2025. Jeremy and Max Buck, or if you remember that one Prince Devitt promo, Mac Buck, Nick Buck, the Young Bucks. I cannot find that promo anywhere anymore. But generally, that's how Finn Balor pronounces their names in the most Irish way possible. Take on the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. The mental bit about this is we thought it went 10 minutes, only went 5. It only
Oh,
went.
it is a special. Like we always at this point in time, everybody kind of says modern tag teams, other than like FTR and those sorts of tag teams. But everyone else who's doing the fast flippy shit and not really caring about the tag ropes, obviously the progenitors of that were fucking the Motor City Machine Guns, 100% of the time. Like the Bucks have to have their career to thank the Motor City Machine Guns, and so many tag teams have them to thank about kind of innovating that tag wrestling style. Um,
um, I just gonna do what this guy told me, and where I said that the Motor City Machine Guns were the best tag teams from the Hardys formed. Just gonna do what that guy told me. I went, well, yeah, but the Motor City Machine Guns wouldn't exist without the Hardys, and I went, you're wrong, and left
Need with half the tag teams.
him. But yeah,
I
but
say that the Bucks at this point in time, though, they look like shit.
they
They look horrendous.
no, they barely have any gear on them.
They're
Um,
wearing black trousers, and one of them has the pink bandana and the Jeff Hardy towel out of the shorts.
yeah, it's not a good look for MacBook or Nickbook. Um,
It's the thing I hate about wrestlers. Really, I hate the wrestlers who are like really wanky and make it a part of the character that they're a wrestling fan. Like you are a wrestler. You're supposed to be a character for fuck's sake. Don't just say I like. It's why I never got on with Johnny Gargano. I like wrestling. I like Shawn Michaels. Oh, do you like anyone else? Shawn Michaels. Yeah. But who else? Super Kick. Like, yeah, sound. Cheers, Johnny.
it's
He
it
is really good. I'll give him credit. A lot of these wrestlers are really good, but like I just hate it when wrestlers like a wrestler's gimmick is that they love wrestling. Like fucking grow up. Most of us love wrestling. Don't make it an old personality.
I will say though, like you will never see us reviewing a Johnny Gargano match because the amount of rage we will have.
And then
Even
they kicked out at 1.5 after 7 super kick. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I did like not to make this a point to shit on Johnny Gargano, but I don't mind a kick out in a match, but a fucking Johnny Gargano kick out match, I do not want to see because it's literally super kick one two kick out, super kick one kick out, super kick one kick out, super kick Canadian Destroyer.
It's the one thing that I feel like a lot of the wrestling fans misunderstand is I feel like everybody watched the Triple H Undertaker with Shawn Michaels special guest ref Hell in a Cell. And all of Taker's matches at the end were the fucking kick out matches of all the finishers.
Yeah.
But that works because he's a 30-year-long veteran, and he's the Undertaker, and he's wrestling other wrestling legends like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. That doesn't translate to you just doing it on one random fucking NXT. You know what I mean? Like, Undertaker is allowed to do it because they built up the mystique and the aura of the character for 30 years. All down the shitter now, he's trying to be a fucking media personality. But at the time, one of the most feared fucking gimmicks in wrestling. But all that history allows for that to take place. But yeah, it's just when you just do it for every single match you ever wrestle ever, like, yeah, nah. Like, I just, most wrestlers misunderstand the simple premise. The Undertaker can do it, you cannot do it. You can do it once, do it once. Do it if you're the world champion. It's like the NXT takeovers, right? Where you go, here are 7 of the same matches, but with different people. Like, yeah, great.
Yeah. Velveteen Dream, make me scream. But yeah, this was they got all the mannerisms out. They on MacBook and Jeremy Book. They got all the mannerisms out. Um, I do miss Generation Me, the name, but I understand why they look back at this with horror. I would too.
I mean,
Especially
it was just too early. Like, I hope they got a lot of experience at this point in time.
they probably
Like,
did.
because you do wrestle like pretty tenured tag teams or a good chunk of tag teams in TNA. But yeah, it was just really early on, essentially. They probably hadn't found their footing yet, hadn't figured out what their look was going to be. So it's very early on, but they still wrestled like they do, like 15 years on. So, the makings of a great tag team. So, and yeah, they
Yeah,
cram all the shit in.
and
It is like every Bucks and Motor City Machine Guns match we'll ever see because every spot they think of is going in.
I can't. The one match I can't wait to review because I know both of us are going to enjoy it simply because even though I know you're not really a fan of the Young Bucks, I don't know if you're a fan of the Motor City Machine Guns. I think you are.
I
Uh,
like the Machine Guns.
yeah,
I
I'm
don't
get
dislike the Bucks anymore. I used to hate them pretty vehemently. I still think they're a bit kind of
over overplayed.
yeah, I think they're a bit overplayed. I think people overrate them. Like I don't think they're the best tag team ever.
They're not the best tag team ever, but it's just the sense that WWE, the main organization, because it is the main organization, just never really pushed tag teams. So the problem is you have to rely on the indies to actually see who the best tag team is. And the market was basically saturated, they only had the fucking indie tag teams to go upon, which was the Young Bucks, the Briscoes, and like Machine Guns or Time Splitters. I know that was Shelly's other tag team, and all these indie tag teams. So the Young Bucks kind of rose up. But I agree, they're not the best tag team ever. But to me, they do deserve the flowers in a sense. That might be
I just want to know what it would be like if Dave Meltzer didn't just fucking spaff their load anytime they do a super kick in a match. I
I
feel
would
like the
do.
reputation would have been so much lower if he wasn't chronically overrated
I
by Dave Meltzer and they give him a 5-star match for sneezing.
The problem also is with Dave Meltzer is the fact that most people that he over like that Dave Meltzer loudly gloats about, they don't want anything to fucking do with Meltzer. They're like, yeah, I get it, mate, but like, no, you have to look at it fairly, mate. Just because I can do a lot of flips and Roman specialist doing a lot of headlocks does not mean I'm a better wrestler than Roman in your standard, mate. You can't like just make me higher rated than
I'm
this.
just glad that we're beyond the time where people actually view the star ratings with any credibility
Yeah,
because it's like me making myself manager of the year. Yeah, great.
but just to end the rant with Meltzer, I believe like Omega was once because Omega is another one of the people that Dave Meltzer boasted
It's like
about.
Osprey, Okada, Kenny Omega, the Bucks. That's just the group really. Probably
Um,
Tanahashi. Let's be real.
yeah, or Ibushi. And
Before he fucking broke everything in his body.
side note, I do feel terrible for him. He came back from injury, immediately
Just
injured again.
retire, man. Just retire. Like you broke both of your legs in a match, and then you broke your femur. Like, it's over, man. Just you've had a good run. Just fucking stop.
But
I mean, it's a perfect example of wrestlers who still haven't toned down their style despite being older.
yeah,
Like, just
exactly.
tone it down, guys. Guys, I know that you love wrestling. You don't have to maim yourself for the sport.
Yeah,
You don't have to kill yourself for wrestling. You can still have a really good career.
I mean, yeah, it's just
And he still has.
he has. I do agree. I'm not like disagreeing with you. I agree, but it's the fact that like most of these like wrestlers just don't want to tone down their style. But when you have
Will Darby Allin be wrestling in 10 years? Probably not.
probably not.
Will Ospreay probably be wrestling in 10 years? Probably not. Like, it's just you don't have to tone it all down. Just do like one of the flippy things you do.
Fair enough. But on this,
Like,
I should say before we get into a massive rant about fucking wrestlers doing flips, it was a
I'm not
decent
against
match.
it.
Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. I just don't want the entire thing to be about a fucking goddamn you wrestlers doing your flips. But
Well, that's what this channel's about.
yeah, true, true. But yeah, on this, are you excited to see more Generation Me and more City Machine Guns? Because I
They
am.
proved it way it proved it way better. It was a good match. It stood out on the show, and it was the best match on the show without doubt. It's not hard considering what was on the show, but yeah, it definitely stood out. It creeped up on you because you go, oh shit, like fuck this, they're going hard, and you start to actually pay attention, and then it's over. Unfortunately, where Generation Me take up the shock win.
Yeah, surprisingly. And then in a minute
But
50,
I don't even remember who the tag champions are at this point.
uh, fuck who is it's British Invasion. British Invasion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, I only know that because I was like, it's beer money. Wait, no, it's not beer money. It's Team 3D. Wait, it's not Team 3D. British
An actually
Invasion. Wait. Are we actually going to cover what ends the relationship with TNA and New Japan at this time? Where TNA do a fucking
I think
fast.
Okada's a while before this.
No. Do you not know what also ended the relationship? Team 3D held the IWGP Tag Team titles, right? And
Yeah.
TNA, because obviously when you're booking like for wrestlers from a different company or their belts, you're told specific things not to do. And
Yeah.
TNA were told, don't have the Dudleys lose this match. They are the tag champions. I think it was the Dudleys. And they fucking had the Dudleys lose to the British Invasion. And then New Japan immediately went, bye.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. We're not using, you're not partnering with us anymore. It's still one of my favorite stories. Like, it's just classic TNA, honestly. Just, yeah, we're going to do something that will hinder our partnership with another company. Isn't that going to be fun? But yeah, up next, we've Awesome Kong and Hamada. They defeat the beautiful people, Madison Ryan and Velvet Sky, with Lacey Von Erich. Is Lacey Von Erich the woman who just went up to random wrestlers saying her dad was the best wrestler ever? Or is that different? Like,
Oh yeah, I forget she's a Von Erich, isn't she?
yeah, she is.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe. I mean, she fucking wasn't in TNA, was she?
I mean, I'm just saying, right? I don't mean to be bad here, but like,
Oh, to be fair, she did. I'm pretty sure she did get injured and then had to retire.
I'm not saying anything bad, but like, when you're literally the daughter of a Von Erich, you think you'd actually be good in the ring. You know what I mean? I know she barely does anything in this match, but you think you'd actually,
But she's yeah, well, she's not even wrestling.
yeah. But I know she's a shit wrestler. It's the problem.
Yeah, she has a reputation, but you know, reputations precede people. It is hard to beat reputation. This match ends with like a pretty sick. I think Hamada and Awesome Kong's finisher is a top rope dropkick into a powerbomb, and it looks pretty sick. The only thing of note that happened is the beautiful people is currently Velvet Sky, Madison Rain, and Lacey Von Erich. I keep mixing up her with Taylor Wilde. I don't know why. Um, and Angelina Love's in the crowd, and in the end, she says, "Hey, oh, you guys lost. Oh no, that's so sad." Smash, and just batters them afterwards. Don't know why. I'm sure we'll see why at some point. Do I really care?
No. We do previously have Nasty Boys. Oh, sorry. We do previously have Nasty Boys segments where the Nasty Boys are still in the Team 3D's locker room, just wrecking shit. And then the Lethal Consequence. Oh wait, no. Kurt Angle cuts a promo, and Kurt Angle states, like, "Yeah, AJ may be the best, and you may have beaten me, but you're not gonna beat me at Genesis." So in classic Russo fashion, we gave you the free match last week, but still buy the pay-per-view to see this match this week. If you seen the match last week, it's going to be completely different to this week. Don't ask me how I know this, but just trust me, bro. The classic Russo special.
Yeah.
And then obviously AJ comes out and he's like, "Yeah, Angle, you are the best. I'm the best. Yeah, we'll do it one last time, Genesis, me and you. Yeah, how about that, Angle?" And yeah, and then obviously he walks up the ramp. There's old Angle. Then AJ walks up the ramp, and at this time, the masked assailant comes out. The masked man beats up AJ, and then Ash just turns to me and goes, "I'm telling you, it's Tomko." And I go, "It's not Tomko." I'm going, "It's not Tomko," but and then he goes, "He does have the build of Tomko." And then he like sips down his jacket, slowly takes off his mask. You see the little goatee, and you just see this big bald head. It's Tomko. It's fucking Tomko. And we literally went fucking hell, DNA. And then Tomko does like a hype package where he's like, "Yeah, AJ, I got injured and you never called me, bro. Why did you never call me? I called you when you got injured. I called you when you won the title and congratulate you, but you never called me when I got injured." And that's his entire motive, basically. And then, yes, as I was saying, we also get some
And
other
this obviously sets up a fucking world title match later on in the show.
Will
Because somehow Tomko's having a world title match in 2010.
Will he win? That's the real question. Find out in the end. But as I was saying,
Well,
other backstage segments is Eric Bischoff's with Beer Money, and Beer Money's like, "Hey Eric, give us the Outsiders." And I don't think they can call them legally the Outsiders.
no.
I don't think they legally can. I think WWE owns that trademark, so they are
I mean,
the.
WWE owns everything WCW, so
Well, no, I think the Outsiders were just a national thing, but they might have sold it to WWE to, get it.
probably.
So they're not the Outsiders, just the Siders. That's what they are, the Siders. But the Outsiders are basic. They're like, "We want the Outsiders." The band, as they're called now, the band.
And Bischoff says, I'll think about it.
I'll think about it. And then, yes, I don't know who beats up Lethal Consequences, but someone beats up. Oh no, Bobby Lashley beats up Lethal Consequences
Yeah.
of Creed and
The
Jay
boss.
Lethal, the boss, beats up Consequences, Creed, and Jay Lethal. And then Team 3D, Brother Devon and Brother Ray come out with and Brother Ray comes out with a little axe. He comes out with a little axe, and they literally just get in the ring. Team 3D death drop to Jay Lethal, or I think it's Consequences Creed. Honestly, they 3D death drop, and then they pin him in 9 seconds and win the match. And
Yeah.
I don't want to I'm not here to
Are
criticize.
you not excited for the Nasty Boys versus Team 3D at Genesis?
I don't want to criticize anyone's weight here, right? But fucking Bubba, this is peak fat Bubba. Like he is a bit
I'll give him credit. He does get in really good shape next year.
He does. I will give him credit, but yeah, just saying. And then they go back to the locker room. Team 3D remove their nameplate off the door, and then they get the axe. They axe the door. The door is literally made out of sand because this door crumbles like beyond belief immediately. Like this door, I can't describe it. It's literally like paper. This door is. And they get
It's like one
in.
of the doors into Pesci's castle.
Yeah, exactly.
Go straight through it.
But not like the fat shaming Bubba, but he got a Bubba didn't even need the axe. He could just go up and just go right through the door like that, you know.
As the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And they come in, and then somehow the Nasty Boys, Pearl Harbor, fucking the Dudleys, they somehow come up from behind and beat up the Dudleys or Team 3D. They beat them up, and then me and Ash noticed this. Jerry Sharks or Brian Knobs, one of them picks up a bag and just lobs it at Devon. Poor pup.
Hits him right on the head.
Yeah, and yeah, they like pour beer over them. They're like, "We'll see you shortly." All
Are you
right.
ready for Devon and Bubba versus the Nasty Boys at probably Genesis?
Woo.
I've never watched the Nasty Boys wrestle, so
The shit.
yeah.
Fair enough. But I'm trying to think of the other segments that happen. Obviously the band or Beer Money have a match against Hernandez and Matt Morgan, where obviously they go to the win fight. Well, Matt Morgan and Hernandez defeat them by disqualification because of the outsiders. They just come out and win. Like the
And I'm
outsiders.
pretty sure this results in fucking Hernandez and Matt Morgan getting a title shot at Genesis
Yes. So
in
classic.
a DQ.
So again in classic TNA fashion, and also we see the band. The band is here, and um, yeah, Eric's like, "You want the band? You got the band." And then the band are like cutting a promo. They're like, "Yeah, we're the band. We're cool and shit. Yeah, it's not right, Eric. We came here because you told us to." And I was like, "Yeah, but we're not like the NWO. The NWO is dead, but we are the band. We're legally distinct, okay? We're legally distinct. And they will batter you." And again, I don't make this a thing to fat you, but looking at Scott Hall, I feel so sorry for him because you look at Scott Hall and I feel so bad for him. Like I'm glad he got help in the end, but looking at this, I'm just like, Hall, just take a break, mate. Just take a break.
Yeah.
Every
It is very sad.
like at least I can rag on Nash like for being shit on X-Pac. I know X-Pac did have his demons as well, but he was relatively clean at this time period, I think. But Hall, it's just you look at Hall and you're like, please, mate, please stop it. But yeah, the band somehow get the upper hand on Hernandez and Matt Morgan. We also find out that ODB will be fighting Victoria. What's her name here?
Tara.
Tara. Genesis. And I told Ash they should have called the tarantula Tara. Not Tara. They should have called the tarantula Victoria.
Victoria. Yeah.
So you can still go, oh, it's Victoria. Right? But yeah.
Cody and Brandy Rhodes.
Um,
We also get a segment where Val Venus comes out and says, "Look, I'm not a porn star anymore. I'm a porn director,
yeah.
and I'm gonna improve TNA, and it's gonna be great." But then Chris Daniels comes in and says, "Fuck you." Pretty much. That's what happened. Fuck you.
And
Beats him up, beats him up, beats him up. And then fucking Val Venus counters it and stands tall. And once again, this sets up a match at Genesis. Why is Christopher Daniels wrestling fucking Val Venus in 2010?
I legally cannot tell you. I literally do not know. I legitimately do not know who thought it would be a good idea to bring him back. But
Don't know.
but continuing on, Desmond Wolf comes out and fights Samoa Joe. This is also a match at Genesis is Desmond Wolf versus the Pope, Elijah Burke, and Desmond Wolf, aka Nigel McGuinness, defeats Samoa Joe in roughly a good match in 3 minutes 23. And will he win at Genesis? Probably not. And then we
I'm
get
just not sure why. I'm just not sure why. Like, this was a good match, but I'm not sure why it only got 3 minutes. Like, do we really need the band to stand there for 10 minutes to talk about their match?
yeah, because who cares about Nigel McGuinness when you care about Scott Hall, who's clearly not in great shape, and Kevin
It's
Nash.
also like this is Samoa Joe. Like, this is him at his most like aimless. Like, he's got no direction whatsoever, and
Yeah.
it is sad to see, but
Um,
just how it is.
but also we get Jeff Jarrett comes in with a solicitor or a lawyer. He's like, Hogan, you've no right to tell me what to do, brother. I still own this. I started this. And then obviously Bischoff, because Bischoff did totally run a successful company and totally didn't run into the ground, giving everyone creative control and let the big dogs basically go, no, Eric, I do not want to put over this younger talent. And him going, okay. Eric says, "You
Like
may
me
have."
signing players on Football Manager, they're all star players in my eyes.
Uh, and Eric obviously goes, "Yeah, you may have ran a company, but it was Dixie who put it on the map, bitch. And me and Hogan here, bitch, are gonna outmaneuver you, bitch, because we can run a company better than you, bitch." He doesn't say bitch in that promo at all. I just like
And
adding
then Hogan scares him off.
Hogan
Like
just
Jeff runs away from 60-year-old Hulk Hogan with like a fucking cyborg hip.
on a gammy knee. Um,
Like I don't understand why the whole MO is fuck you, Jarrett.
like
Is it just because the Karen Angle stuff's going on? Because like they are just like fuck you, Jarrett.
I mean,
Yeah, sure. Cheers for having this company and actually making it like still here for 5 years, so me and Hogan can get the fattest paycheck of our lives. But fuck you, like I don't get it.
I mean,
I know it. I know it's a storyline, of course,
I
but
mean, I,
still, it just feels like why are they being heel? Like, yeah, sure, Bischoff is a heel, but Hogan's supposed to be a face.
I mean, I just it's just you want to big up Hogan, saying Hogan can run a company when when you clearly, if you look at history, Hogan or Bischoff cannot run a company. Clearly, especially Bischoff. And again, anyone who disagrees with us will be banned from this channel. Only joking, of course. But yeah, I don't know why Jared is scared of 60-year-old Hogan. Because all you have to do is just push Hogan over and he'll fall and he'll break a hip. That simple. Just you don't even have to touch him. If you just blow at him, he'll fucking fall apart. That's the problem. Like a
Signed
sandcastle.
Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
Yeah. I don't know why the visual of that sex tape, she just pulls the penis off. Like that one episode of a cartoon where the penis of the David statue just comes off. Um, but yeah, continuing on, we get to the main event now. We have AJ Styles and Tomko in the main event in 2010 for the TNA World Title, and AJ wins. There was no doubt that Tomko was going to win. And is this the last we see of Tomko? Probably. And we don't see Jeff, we don't see Jeff Hardy, we don't see the Painmaker Shannon Moore, we don't see any of them. We just see AJ Styles and Tomko, and Ric Flair comes out again. And if you don't know where this is going, be prepared. Because Ric Flair's just like, yeah, it's AJ Styles, he's cool. Flair has no fucking idea who AJ Styles is. I don't care. He doesn't care. Like I bet they just went, yeah, here, just watch these 5 matches of AJ Styles. He just looked at it, threw it in the bin, and went, yeah, I know who AJ Styles is. I bet he had no fucking clue. Until he actually got there. But that's just my theory. And then yeah, Angle and Styles stand off because Tonko, the Valiant villain, beats up AJ, and Kurt Angle's like, please don't do that, mate. And yeah, that's the entire show, basically.
I see, not to body shame, but I'm just impressed by Tomko, and he is both in really good shape. He's got abs, but he's also still fat, and I don't understand how it works. 'Cause he has solid abs, like the abs are good, but he's just got a bit much weight everywhere else. It's just weird. I don't know why Tomko got a world title match in 2010. I don't know why he's still here. Um, and I doubt we'll see him again. Let's be real.
Yeah, I definitely will.
And also, stop giving out world title matches for free, guys. Come on.
It's okay to do it every like once in a while, but don't do it every week because it'll just get boring. Um, but this is it. This is classic Russo, I would say. But yeah, that is this episode of TNA. Tune in next week or this weekend for when we do Genesis. Woo! You excited for Genesis?
Yeah, it seems like a good show.
And we're going to be modest to the top, straight to the top and living it. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.